The third section is the introductory part of your research proposal. The introduction has different parts that I will have to enumerate. It will contain the introduction itself. It should give the background of the study. It should give the statement of the problem. It should state the objectives of the study. It should state the research questions. It should state the research hypothesis, and it should contain a concise conceptual framework of the study. So we will go into these sections of the introductory part one by one. So let's start with the introductory section. So from the onset of your research, you need to figure out what the finished product will look like. Like I said before, the type of research methods you will use should be included. You should now try to establish the procedures and methods that you'll be using. You should also think about fairly what will be your conclusion. What are the things you'll be looking at when you make your conclusion? So, initially, you should have these following points in mind. 1, what is the research trying to find out? This must be established. Why is this research worth doing? The topic you have chosen, is it worth doing? Third, what is the perspective behind the research? What is the perspective behind the research? What is the role of theory in the projected research work? Is the study quantitative or qualitative, or is it both? Can you explain and justify the proposed study? Can you use sound reasoning to justify the content of the research study? So these are points you have to have in mind as you write your introduction. Further key points include that you need to do is when you are writing your research introductory section, you should introduce the reader of your proposal to the research problem. Indicate clearly what the research problem is. I will be showing examples of this as we go along. Set the scene for the reader in a clear and concise way so that your proposal will be exciting and enticing to read. Establish a clear research area, research question, and research hypothesis, or themes or aims from the start. All this, you have to be able to embed them in your introduction. Now, let's begin with these key points I just mentioned. One of them is the area of interest. Choose an area of interest that you are familiar with. You have taken many models, could be in marketing, in leadership, in entrepreneurship, in technology, whichever area that is familiar to you, you can concentrate in that area. Let's say, for example, your area you chose is project management environment. Now, that could be a very important area to begin with. As a matter of fact, most of the examples I will be giving will come from this area of management, project management environment. Let's assume that is your area of interest. Now, if you have chosen that, the next thing you need to do is do some analysis before you even establish the title. So do some analysis of this area that you have chosen. For example, in project management environment, there are, say, number one, many team members who will only be part of the team as long as their specialist skills are required. So this could be a good analysis of project management area. You can also see that in project management environment, the stakeholder come from different organizations or different cultures, different backgrounds. So that could be a very good analysis to write down. Again, you can look at that the project management environment, it may be geographically dispersed. A lot of areas to look into. So do a good analysis of this and write it down. You can also, in your analysis, look into that in project management environment, a small core team is needed to actually accomplish the project delivery, to finish the project. So there must be a core team that needs to be established. So these are some very subtle analysis that you can do about project management environment. As an example. Now, you continue doing the analysis. What is another thing you can consider in the project management environment? You say organization change constantly, isn't it? Yes, a project stakeholder will always change. Senior managers change roles, change companies. The ability of stakeholders to influence the project may increase or decrease. These are some good analysis that you can do concerning project management environment. As an example. So whatever topic you have chosen, whatever area that you have chosen, sit back and do an analysis of that area. Again, you can look into that the project manager is still accountable for the successful delivery of the project. This is the core. The project manager is solely responsible to make sure that the project is delivered. So there are good reasons for project responsibility to be shared, isn't it? Yes, if he is solely responsible, so sharing responsibility may be needed. So you can do some analysis. How can he or she share responsibilities? You can share responsibility through sharing workload and coaching or less experienced members, or do a little bit of knowledge management of that area of project management. So after you have done this analysis, you can therefore say that this research will investigate the effectiveness of a tool to provide support for the project manager and project team in managing the project stakeholder. So you see, this could be a conclusion of your analysis. So in whatever area of research you have chosen, you do analysis of that area. Write down some subtle and important points that will guide you in establishing a research topic. So these are some of the ways that you can start when you are going to begin your introduction. So finally, you come up now with your research topic. So in this case, in the example I've been giving, I have given a title for the project management area or project management environment. What is there? So I said tools for supporting project managers in building sustainable relationship for project success. So after the analysis I have done, I came up with a research topic which says tools for supporting project managers in building sustainable relationship for project success. So now with that in mind, you now go into the other part of the introduction, which is writing the background of the study. Remember, what I have just said is what you should include in your introduction. Okay, so in the background now, what should you include? You look into what is happening in the area of the study. Who else has worked in this area of the study? What methods were used? What were the results or conclusions of previous researches in this area that you have chosen? So, in this section, show also the relevance or the significance of the research to others, or researches that has been done. That means, how do you connect what you're going to do and what has been done before? So, this will give you a clue on how to write your background of your study.